what I liked what you said, and you alluded to it, Joelle, was Christian tradition versus Christian faith. Um, do you wanna kinda tap into that difference a little bit to emphasize with some of our audience?
Well, I mean, I guess I've always been a, if you will, an achiever, wanting to, you know, make my lists and check it all off. And, and it wasn't necessarily the um, understanding of things. It was just trying to accomplish something. And so for me, really kind of that thought of what Jesus did on the cross in dying for us, but then also defeating death, raising from the dead. Um, and he finished the work on the cross. And that was hard for me as as a work or service, acts of service kind of person and all that kind of stuff that, I felt like I had to do stuff. I had, and so just understanding the surrender in faith and salvation, um, it just, like I said, my eyes were opened, like a burden was lifted, just knowing that all God asked for was faith and to accept the gift he was giving us. And that's another thing, is always been hard for me to accept gifts.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I could say the right words, but just, I guess I never felt worthy and all this kind of stuff. And it God didn't ask for us to be worthy. He asked his son to do it for us. And so just knowing that he sees us through the lens of his son, and then for us, the adoption as sons of God is always a touching part because we adopted two children. And so, knowing how much we love our children that we adopted, we get to understand even better how much God loves us.
That's beautiful.